The Azam Part 165. Gandhi was imprisoned on 4 January 1932 and lodged in the Yerevada jail. Within a few days of his imprisonment, the Indian liberals issued a manifesto demanding his release. Other parties too followed the suit. The press also clamored for Gandhi's release. However, Wellington would not agree, not until the civil disobedience movement had first been withdrawn. This clamor for Gandhi's release continued in the press, in the legislatures, and even on the floors of the House of Commons. Still, Sir Samuel Hoare made a statement in the Commons that there will be no question of making any bargain with the Congress as a condition of its cooperation. The Second Roundtable Conference had ended towards the end of 1931 and had thrown up several issues requiring resolutions. In consequence, 3 committees were set up to consult Indian public opinion on questions of franchise, finance, and the position of the princely states under a federal constitution. The Franchise Committee under Lord Lothian ruled told the whole country, taking evidence whereafter it recommended a marked increase of the electorate from 7 to 36 million, properly 7 to 36 million property, though remained the main qualification apart from the education. Special electorates were also created for women. The Federal Finance Committee, with Sir Eustace Percy as chairman, submitted its report in May 1932, laying out an elaborate financial arrangement for the federal provincial governments, which it was hoped will assure a smooth working of the new constitution. The States Committee traced the origin and the development of the political relationship between the states and the British Indian government and laid down the broad principles for a future settlement. Under the chairmanship of Viceroys, a consultative committee composed of the 19 representative members of the Round Table Conference was therefore formed in early 1932 to work out the detail of federation. Its working continued to be considerably hampered because of some Muslim members refusing to discuss any proposals until the communal award had been announced. This Muslim reluctance was born of an apprehension that the central responsibility would be conceded on terms of favoring Congress party and Muslim interest either ignored or suddenly neglected. Wellington by January 1933 smoothed over their Muslim doubts about participating in the consultative committee, but while agreeing to serve, they refused to discuss any question that related to the devolution of power at the center unless their demands had also been met. By the end of February 1932, this effectively brought the committee's work to a halt, whereafter Wellington had no alternative but to adjourn proceedings. The other committees were similarly affected, though their work did to an extent facilitate the convening of the Third Roundtable Conference. Communal Award. In the second session of the Second Roundtable Conference, Gandhi had opposed separate electorates to any other than Muslims and had taken a very determined stand against the reservation of seats for Harijans. Upon return to India, an agreed solution to this vexed question of communal representation had to be found. Under such circumstances, in August 1932, Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald announced a communal award. This proposed, among other things, a reservation of number of seats for depressed classes as the Harijans, Dalits were then termed the Dalits were then termed Harijans. So special seats for Dalits were allotted in a special constituency and specified a number of reserved seats.